Welcome to Fresh Talk News Channel. Today, we're diving into a major development that's making waves across the nation. House Republicans have just approved an amendment that could lead to the sale of thousands of acres of federal public land in Nevada and Utah. These are two states where the federal government owns the majority of the land, and for years, they have been at the heart of a heated debate about whether control of this land should be handed over to state or private entities. The House Natural Resources Committee made this decision late Tuesday night, reversing an earlier indication that federal land sales would not be part of a budget reconciliation bill. So what changed? Why the sudden push for land sales? According to the proposal, most of the land sales or exchanges would focus on building affordable housing. These lands are currently managed by the U.S. Forest Service and the Bureau of Land Management, specifically in areas around Las Vegas and Reno, Nevada, and in the rapidly growing region of southwestern Utah, near the popular tourist town of St. George. Representative Celeste Malloy, a Republican from Utah, spoke passionately about the issue. Many of the difficulties we face at a local level are, of course, related to the fact that the county is surrounded by federal land, she explained to the committee. Malloy revealed that there are around 60 targeted parcels in her district, adding up to nearly 10,000 acres. She emphasized that this is just a tiny fraction of the federal land in Utah, less than 1/3%. But despite the small percentage, Malloy argued that it has a huge impact. The high percentage of federal lands directly affects the local government's ability to promote economic and transportation development, manage natural resources, and fully leverage recreational opportunities, Malloy continued. Her stance is not surprising, given her family background. Malloy is related to Cliven Bundy, the Nevada rancher whose family became infamous for leading armed standoffs against federal authorities over land disputes in Nevada and Oregon. However, not everyone is on board with this amendment. Democrats and environmentalists are sounding the alarm, calling it part of a larger effort by far-right groups to seize control of public lands. Congress is considering selling off our public lands to pay for tax cuts for the wealthy, warned Tracy Stone Manning, the president of the Wilderness Society. She argued that the move is another example of a lack of balance in how public lands are being managed. Stone Manning is not just any critic. She led the Bureau of Land Management, BLM, during the Biden administration, an agency that oversees around 10% of all land in the United States. Critics are also pointing to a leaked Department of Interior plan that reportedly suggests giving more land management authority to local governments and potentially releasing federal land holdings to build housing. They see this as a dangerous blueprint for a broader transfer of federal lands to states or even private corporations, including energy companies, but there are voices pushing back against the criticism. Casey Hammond, who served as the acting director of the BLM during the Trump administration, insists that these are not wholesale transfers. Instead, he describes them as small, limited deals that have local support. During the last Trump administration, the idea of a wholesale transfer was put to rest, Hammond stated. If we're effectively managing federal lands, there's no reason to turn them over to states to be managed better. Despite the passionate arguments on both sides, the amendment that allows for the sale of federal land in Nevada and Utah has only passed through the committee stage. It still faces a full House vote, where the debate is expected to continue. Thanks for watching Fresh Talk News Channel.